Good. It's getting very crowded in custody.
And?
And Jasmine Harris.
Don't tell me. CPS agreed bail.
They did, yeah.
And can we not keep her in for a bit till we know what we're dealing with here?
We've got no reason to.
How about risk of reprisal?
She's lucky to be getting out at all, considering what she's done.
We don't know why they held over her head. She probably didn't have a choice.
I don't care what anyone says. That girl knows exactly what she's
Oh,
doing.
because you've got a great insight, haven't you?
Take the sarcasm out of your voice.
You two.
Well, Graham Cole and Mike Pannett are here with us now. Well, you left the series, was it last year?
It was indeed, yeah.
So, but will there still be a tear in your eye?
Oh, most certainly. When I heard that it was being axed, I didn't actually believe it. I rang my colleagues that were still working on it, Alex, a couple of others, and when I heard it was true, it really was really, really sad. I think tonight is going to be very sad for the whole of our profession. Over 19,000 guest artists appeared on
19,000?
Yep. Jeez. Seriously. I mean, for young actors, it was the place to go. You go out of drama school and get particularly young black actors. Get out there and learn the craft, you know, on the streets.
You were actually in the Metropolitan Police,
yes,
and then you went back up north. But the great thing about the bill when it started was that it was true to life coppering. So
Well, I mean,
well,
I think
supposedly.
the thing was, the bill was, 1983 it started, and we've just been wiping a tear from Graham's eyes in the back room here. It is quite sad, actually, because I think when I, as a young man, when I thought I'm joining the Metropolitan Police, the bill was had been going about 2 or 3 years, and we used to sort of look at it, and I did, and think, God, this looks exciting. And then you arrive in the Metropolitan Police, and you sort of look at what they're doing on the sort of on each episode of the bill, and I think the thing for me is, yes, they can pick up. I think the great thing with the bill was they can sort of look and mirror things that actually are going on in the sort of everyday life, everything that's in the news, and sort of a few months later, if it was topical, you'd suddenly see it on the bill, which I thought was fantastic. But I think the difficulty came for the bill was where everything sometimes has to be crammed into an hour. So I think whilst you lose a lot of the procedure, which actually does go on, you actually, but I think the actors sort of pulled it around, and they were sort of, you know, I looked at some of the sort of actors at the time, I thought they were brilliant.
How to win the hearts and minds of the residents of the Parkway Estates. Who do they hate more than us?
No one?
The council. Get them on that subject in your way.
Did you get anything out of it, Bill?
3 cups of tea of digestive and wait for it.
Oh, wow.
Someone gobbed on me.
And I got a couple of names, all off the record. Someone Wilson and a guy named Carlos. I think they're affiliated with the Parkway crew, the main gang around here.
Yeah, we've heard stuff about them.
Mike, you've written, because you went, after the Met, you went back up to Yorkshire.
It is emotional for me as well, because not only is it the end of the bill, which I enjoyed watching when I was in the Metropolitan Police, I then went back up to rural North Yorkshire, and of course that's the setting for Heartbeat, which again is, of course, coming to its end.
Oh, what's happening to all the police?
What's going to replace them?
Well, that's a very good question. I think what people are now looking for is, I think, the real deal, if you like. That, I mean, you know, not plugging my book, but I've actually, when you do it for real, I think you know how it feels emotionally and sort of inside yourself. And I think, you know, you've just got to keep moving forward. And I think now you look at what follows things like the bill at the moment and Heartbeat. You've got police camera action. You've got fly on the wall straight away, so they're out with the uniformed cops.
Okay.
And it's I think we do need to keep some uniform presence. I mean, everything at the moment, you know, it's...
What Stamp do next, that's what we need to see.
Well, what is Stamp going to do next?
Indeed, that's a very good idea.
I've got a panto. I've got the tights on now.
Just got to read the quick roll of honour. Keira Knightley, Emma Bunton, David Tennant, James McAvoy, Catherine Tate, David Williams, Paul O'Grady, Kathy Burke, Leslie Grantham and Denise Van Oden.
Well, it's about Alex, who played Smithy at the end there. I worked with him first on the bill when he was 14.
Yeah.
Played a villain, then came back as a cop, and then came back as my boss.
Yeah.
It was extraordinary. Wonderful, wonderful show to be a part of.